大家好，欢迎来到我们的聚会。Hello everyone, welcome to today's assembly. Today we, the Mandarin students, hope to present to you some of the traditions of the most important Chinese festival, the Spring Festival or the Lunar New Year. From music and cooking to exuberant dances and more, the 15-day long festival is full of rich cultural activities. Today, we bring to you some of these traditions and hope that you enjoy our celebration of the Chinese New Year. The origins of the Chinese New Year are based on many legends. One such legend is that thousands of years ago, a monster named Nian, meaning ear in Chinese, would attack villagers at the beginning of each new year. However, the monster was afraid of loud noises, bright lights, and the color red, so naturally these were used to chase the beast away. Today, celebrations to usher out the old year and bring forth the luck and prosperity of the new one include fireworks, red clothes, and decorations. Children are also given money in red envelopes. More importantly, Chinese New Year is a time for family to come together and feast, wishing each other a prosperous new year.
One of the most important Chinese New Year traditions is decorating homes with red and gold auspicious decorations, such as red lanterns, which are believed to drive off bad luck, door couplets, which express the best wishes for the new year, and red paper cuttings, which represent luck and happiness.
This is a Chinese decorative lantern. Lanterns are now used in festivals and also in places of worship. In ancient China, Chinese lanterns were used to provide light and as aspects of worship. But today, they're only used during festivals and worship. Lanterns are also a symbol of national pride in China.
大家好. Next, we have the song Mo Li Hua. It was written in the 18th century and alludes to the beauty of the jasmine flower. It was originally written in the Qing dynasty, and over the years it's been accompanied by multiple instruments such as metal bells and jade chimes.
委托美丽的茉莉花，委托美丽的茉莉花，芬芳美丽满枝桠，又香又白人人夸，让我来将你摘下，送给别人家。茉莉花呀，茉莉花，茉莉花呀，茉莉花。
We will now be giving a performance on the song Gongxi Gongxi, which literally translates to Congratulations, Congratulations. It is a popular Mandarin song sung during the Chinese Lunar New Year or Chun Shia. The song was originally written in 1945 to celebrate the defeat of Japan and the liberation of China at the end of World War II.
每条大街小巷，每个人的嘴里，前面第一句话就是恭喜恭喜，恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你，张贴你大镜头，这是好的消息，温暖的春风就要吹醒大地，恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你。
好好冰雪溶解，眼看梅花吐蕊，漫漫长夜过去，听到一声集体，恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你！经过多少困难，历经多少磨练，多长心儿盼望，盼望春的消息。恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀！恭喜恭喜恭喜你！恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀！恭喜恭喜恭喜你！每条大街小巷，每个人的嘴里，见面第一句话就是恭喜恭喜，恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀！恭喜恭喜恭喜你！冬天已到尽头，真是好的消息，温暖的春风就要吹醒大地。恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀！恭喜恭喜恭喜你！
好好冰雪溶解，眼看梅花吐蕊，漫漫长夜过去，听到一声集体，恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你！经过多少困难，历经多少磨练，多少喜悦盼望，盼望春的消息。恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你，恭喜恭喜恭喜你呀，恭喜恭喜恭喜你。
One of the things that makes the Chinese language truly unique is its script and style of writing. Instead of a system of alphabet, each syllable of spoken Chinese is associated with its own character. While a lot of basic characters have their origins as pictographs, most modern Chinese characters have both pictographic and phonetic elements. Today, we will introduce two characters that are closely tied with festivity and happiness in China, Xi and Fu. The character Xi translates to happiness and joy, and you'll find that it's very common during festive occasions. The upper segment of the character represents the beating of a drum, while the lower section is the mouth radical ko. There's thus the distinct impression of laughter and merriment amidst the beating of a drum. During festive occasions and special occasions like weddings, you'll also quite often find the character double C, literally double happiness, to help spread joy among everyone. Another very widely used character is the character Fu, which means blessing, and is used to bring good fortune. The left side is a radical that represents a sacrificial altar, while the right side symbolizes a jar of liquor. A very curious phenomenon is that whenever this character is used as a decoration and is hung as a Chinese ideograph, it's always hung upside down on a diagonal red square. The reason for this is because the character for upside down, Tao, is homophonous to another character, Tao, which means to arrive, and it's pronounced in the exact same way. So reading out upside down Fu means it sounds the exact same as the phrase for good fortune arrives. The Chinese language is rich in such wordplay, and the characters themselves have their origins in ancient Chinese culture. The writing style and the Chinese script, with their calligraphic brushstrokes, are a direct reflection of the Chinese lifestyle.
Another interesting aspect of the Chinese language is the way words are pronounced. The English language has a lot of syllables, on the order of 15,000, whereas the Chinese language only has 413 unique syllables. Now, each word in Chinese is generally only a syllable long, or sometimes two. And there are tones in Chinese which help you distinguish between different words. In fact, there are four unique tones. However, it becomes increasingly difficult to distinguish between two words which have the same syllable. and so command over tones becomes especially important. Let us demonstrate this through the story of Mr. Shi eating the lion. Here you will see the entire story is made up of only one syllable, Shi.
The title, 诗是时诗史. The content, 时是诗是诗是是诗是时时诗是时时是是是诗时时是时诗是是是时是诗是是是是是时诗是时事是是时诗是是是时事时诗诗是时事时事诗是史是是时事时事是是史是时时诗诗时时史是是时诗诗时事时时诗诗是是是是
Civilization has seen the rise and fall of countless dynasties over thousands of years, each with its own rich cultural influence on Chinese customs and traditions. The Tang dynasty, which lasted from about 618 to 907 AD, was one such imperial dynasty that is often considered the golden age of Chinese arts and literature. The poetry that we all know and love in English often conveys meaning through linguistic choices and rhyme. But what makes classical Chinese poetry so fascinating is that it also has an artistic dimension. As we just saw from the characters Xi and Fu, the written form of the characters themselves, with their elegant brush strokes, in many cases pictorially represents the meanings of the words. Tang poetry is especially well known, and nearly 49,000 poetic works of over 2,200 poets have been recorded from this period. Today, we would like to give you a glimpse of this rich literary history of the Tang dynasty by presenting two poems capturing the beauty of spring to celebrate the onset of Chun Shia, the spring festival, and the Chinese New Year. A well-known poem that captures the beauty of spring is Chun Ye Xi Yu, or Welcome Rain on a Spring Night. It's by one of the most famous of all Tang poets, Du Fu. It goes as follows. 好雨知时节，当春乃发生，随风潜入夜，润物细无声。夜静云俱黑，江船或独明。晓看红湿处，花重锦官城。The following translation was published in 1870 by John Francis Davis, who happens to be one of the first people to introduce classical Chinese poetry to the Western world. He translates it as follows. See how the gently falling rain, its vernal influence, sweetly showers, as through the calm and tepid eve, it silently bedews the flowers. Cloud and dark the horizon spreads, save where some boat its light is burning. But soon the landscape tints the glow, all radiant with the morn returning. Like all translations, it is impossible to really capture the true beauty of this poem and the life that it breathes into spring. The poem alludes to the delight of timely showers of rain, especially felt in southern China, where the hot climate would often lead to droughts. Just when the crops would begin to fail, the arrival of spring would bring with it a gentle drizzle that would moisten all flowers, and all life would be reborn with a fresh vitality. Chinese poetry from the Tang dynasty is a whole different art form, and the extensive collections we have found from that golden era are a direct reflection of the rich and vibrant cultural history of China.
The second poem is titled Chun Shia. 春面不觉晓，处处闻啼鸟。夜来风雨声，花落知多少。The translation for this poem in English is, Spring morning arrives without my knowing. I hear birds chirp everywhere. After the night of wind and rain, who knows how many blossoms have fallen.
Up now, we will be showcasing the making of two Chinese dishes that are abundantly found and enjoyed during the course of the New Year. First, we have dumplings or jiaozi. According to ancient legend, the amount of ingot-shaped dumplings that you enjoy represents the amount of money you'll make in the coming year. We also have chunjuan.
These are spring rolls shaped like gold bars that symbolize the wealth and good fortune that follow in the new year. "在一个中等大小的碗中，将切碎的青菜、胡萝卜、卷心菜、大蒜、生姜、酱油和盐混合在一起，放入冰箱至少1小时。取一个饺子皮，平放在手上，将大约1茶匙的蔬菜先放在包装纸的中心，将饺子折成半圆形，然后从一侧开始，将饺子皮向内向中心接的，每次重复多次。在煎锅中加入1汤匙油，把饺子放在锅里2分钟。加水并盖上锅盖，让它们蒸5分钟。删除并享受。
Spring roll or Chun Juan is a food traditionally eaten during Chun Jie, Spring Festival, or more commonly known as Chinese New Year. They are eaten as a way to welcome the arrival of spring, hence the name. The golden cylindrical shaped rolls represent gold bars, which symbolize wealth. The following video will be me attempting to make them.
馅料：将生姜、大蒜和青辣椒加入热麻油中，混合几秒钟，加入洋葱并混合，煮至粉红色。加入其他蔬菜，加入葱并混合，加入酱油和红辣椒酱，制作蜜蜂糕。准备春卷皮，卷。毛巾防止干燥，炒，请享用。
So that was all we had for you today, and I hope you enjoyed celebrating the Chinese New Year with us. 感谢大家的收看。